All right, guys, here is one of the methods I do for stump burning. I take the chainsaw and literally cut crosses, X's, whatever I need to do. They might be 3 cuts that way. I vary it from stump to stump depending on what I see, but I tried to cut as deep into the stump as I am comfortable cutting. Uh, Whenever you're doing this with stumps, I would prefer to use an older chain, not a new one. Also, forgive me for the shakiness in this camera. My hands are just absolutely wore out from cutting today. So if you're, dang fly. So if you're cutting, this is the dirty zone of a tree. So you're going to get dirt splash from rain coming up on the stumps, and loggers, that's why you start seeing when they cut trees, they leave higher stumps. They're cutting above that dirty line where the dirt splashes up onto the tree trunks on the lower half. So their chains will last longer without having to stop and sharpen them all the time. So use older chains. I never use a new chain when I'm cutting these. If I know a chain needs to be sharpened and maybe it only has 1 or 2 more good sharpens left in it before it's useless, that's the type of chain I'll cut with this. So I did use an older chain today, and it actually cut pretty darn good. So I wasn't too disappointed with that. But that's just one of the methods I do. And you can see it over here on this one. Even if I'm not burning these stumps, I'm at least accelerating the rot factor deeper into that stump. That will help accelerate the decay process. Now, when it comes to stacking wood, I do a couple of different things. You can see me stack it like this, or sometimes I do the conical shape. So it just depends on what mood I'm in, or the lay of the land if it allows me to do it, because not all the ground's nice and pretty and even, and stumps aren't even either. So if I can't stack it up as a pyramid, I tend to lay it crossways, and I'll start my burning process then. And with those X's that I've cut in there, they serve as air vents to accelerate the heating process in the core of that stump. So I can use a little bit less wood in most cases and cut the burning time down just a little bit. Might be a few extra hours shaved off sometimes. Just depends on how solid the stump is or how large it is. So there you go, a quick video on some of my stump burning methods. There's plenty more to do in the island, but it's looking much better. The logs are out of the way. Germination is great. Even more sawdust has been created, especially when I cut this last remaining portion of the stump or the snag up. So I've increased organic matter into the soil again, and that sawdust will break down slow and steady to help feed my fall and winter plants up here. Very excited with what I'm seeing. Seems to be very rapid growth. I think that humic acid is really helping this. One of the fastest, actually not one of, it is the fastest start I've ever had up here in the island. All right, guys, you all have a fantastic day, and if you enjoy these videos, hit that like and subscribe button. I've got more detailed videos on different tips and how to grow bigger deer. And since this YouTube channel is just getting started, we're kind of scratching the surface here on different methods and ways. And the plant information videos will accelerate. I seem to have more freedom to do better style videos on YouTube than I do my Facebook group. But I'm still going to cater to them as well. There will be no difference here. Have a good one. Alright guys, I'm adding another part to the stump video just to show you the progression of what happens after the stumps are marked or X-cut, cross-cut, you know, whatever you want to call it, scored. The process is basically what I want is when I cut those like that, I want the stump to burn really hot from the center out. That to me accelerates the amount of time that it takes, or actually accelerates the time to burn it down. Doesn't take, you might shave off a couple hours, 3 or 4 hours. It all depends on the size of the stump. If it's still alive, is it dead? There's a lot of factors that go into that. But the progress here looks fantastic. You can see the, let me zoom in here so I don't burn my phone up. See the deep grooves down in there? That's where I had cut all that with a saw. And that stump is burning super red hot down in there. And the marks have widened by 4 times their normal width now. So the stump is slowly, get my zoom right here. Hold on a second. I keep fat fingering it. So there we go. So the stump is actually burning out faster from the inside out. This piece right here is laying dead center of the X, and it's funneling air through the X cuts to keep it really hot in there. And it's not going to take as much wood to burn these down. And of course, it's not as much smoke, which makes other people happy, especially your neighbors. They don't like getting smoked out. Same thing happened over here. That stump is on round 2, and I'm not comfortable burning a whole bunch at once because you never know what could happen. The more fires you have, the more danger can occur. So tomorrow I will start the next round, and then the next day the next round, and keep going. I will save the big one for later, probably sometime after deer season's over. I just want to get rid of some of these others in here that are causing problems getting a tiller in here, because I can cover way more space with all these stumps removed here than I can around the big one. So that one is the lowest priority, and it kind of creates a little bit of a hiding spot there. No big deal. I mean, it's not like it's a super good hiding spot, but it might be just enough to keep a deer from seeing us if it's tipping the hill from this way. All right, guys, so that's the end of it. Just one method I do to burn them. And of course, if I was able to stack this in a conical shape, it probably would be just a hair faster than the way it's going now. You all have a good day, and I hope you enjoy this video.